Good afternoon to you all at home and welcome to a rather windy Wembley Stadium where we'll be bringing you an exclusive match programme featuring all the build-up ahead of tonight's Sky Bet League 2 playoff final between Exeter City and Northampton Town. These are of course unprecedented times, so we'll do our very best to bring those watching from home all the build-up ahead of the game. We'll be hearing from both managers as they look to secure a place in Sky Bet League 1 for next season. Exeter City midfielder Nikki Law, Northampton Town's top goal scorer Sam Hoskins discusses what he believes is his best season yet, and we'll be hearing from 20-year-old striker Morton, who of course scored 2 vital goals in the Cobblers' impressive comeback against Cheltenham Town in the semi-final second leg. But first, let's remind ourselves of how both sides reached tonight's final.
Back out with Randall Williams again. Finds its way through, deep into that Colchester penalty area. And it's driven into the back of the net by Aaron Martin. What an excellent finish from the centre-back. And Exeter have got off to the perfect start here. A lot could happen between now and then. In by Law, and then what could happen is Bowman striking the post. In by Richardson, and it's squirmed through Dean Gherkin. And Exeter now lead by 2-0. And crucially now 2-1 on aggregate. Good crossing position here for Cohen Bramall. Matchday punches it away. It's turned in by Senior. And Colchester level it up on aggregate. Nice layoff from Poku, but Robinson unable to find Senior. Terrific run there by Collins. Is Bowman onside? Here he is. Seymour is unmarked, but Bowman has found the far corner. What a great finish from Ryan Bowman. And is that the goal that takes Exeter City to Wembley and the League 2 playoff final? Well, he was thinking about making a double substitution, Matt Taylor. I don't think he'd have taken the goal scorer here off, because he has been the go-to man for goals all season for Exeter, Ryan Bowman. Archie Collins makes the burst here into the centre circle, and Bowman is onside. Prosser tried to play him offside, but he was clearly on. Still had a lot of work to do, but how about that for a finish? Great initial work from Collins. Brilliant movement from Bowman. Checked to see he was onside, and then unerringly beyond Dean Gherkin and into the far corner. Fabulous finish.
Watson entirely lost control of the ball, but has regained it again. In goes the cross. It's a lovely one. Morton is there, and Oliver has scored. What a fantastic start for Northampton Town. Well, just what Keith Curle demanded from his team prior to kick-off. Get me an early goal and this game could completely turn on its head. Adams with the delivery, up goes Good, it's dropping, and it's in! Final touch, I think, came off Callum Morton, and Northampton Town go 2 up on the night and draw the tie level 2-2. Doing some radio work this evening by the look of things. Oh, here's a chance! Oh, what a goal! It's going to go in from Morton! Goodness grief, what on earth happened there? That is calamitous.
On 77 minutes is 39.
Surely Northampton have 1 foot at Wembley now. What on earth were Cheltenham Town doing? What an awful night this has been for Michael Duff. Owen Evans, their chief hero the other night in the first leg, played his part in these nonsense shenanigans. Look at this. Boyle telling Evans to come out for it. The goalkeeper stayed at home, off the post. Morton first to respond.
Now that we've reminded ourselves of the semi-finals, let's hear from Exeter City manager Matt Taylor, who is no stranger to the big occasion with the Grecians. He made more than 150 appearances for the club as a player, winning back-to-back promotions during his time. Here he is with his take on tonight's final.
it might work in our favour. We've not got too much time to prepare. They were off on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we took them down to the beach. We got them in the sea, and we got them back to the training ground and had fish and chips from the local farm shop. So it was a bit of a mental and physical rest for them on Wednesday, and hopefully that puts them in good stead. They did a little bit of training yesterday, but not too much, and they've got a day off today. So probably less is more in terms of our build-up. We worked them so hard in that 2.5 weeks. From the 1st of June till the middle of June in preparation for that first leg. So we've had to just relax them a little bit and give them a bit of a mental and like I say, a physical break. So they go and attack the weekend. We want to go there and play to the best of our ability on Monday. But we also know that we need speed in our games. And to do that, we need to be physically right. I'm backing them. They're a great group. I've enjoyed working with them now for the best part of 2 years. And hopefully they see it for what it is. I've said it time and time again. It's another opportunity in terms of our progression. But it's a fantastic opportunity. And we all know what the prize is at stake. I certainly don't want to come away from Wembley with any regrets whatsoever. And I think the players are in the same mindset. So we're going to go and attack this game of football. And hopefully it's a good spectacle, a good one to watch for both sets of fans. I'm sure it'll be an exciting day.
That was Exeter City manager Matt Taylor ahead of tonight's final. Now, football, of course, continues to play such a huge role in the community, and when the COVID-19 pandemic forced us into lockdown, communities, along with its football clubs, responded with kindness. Exeter City's affiliated charity City Community Trust has been at the heart of the local community throughout, delivering freshly prepared meals donated by local restaurants to those who don't necessarily have the skill set or the means to cook food from scratch for themselves. Footage courtesy of ITV News West Country. Let's take a look at what they got up to during the lockdown.
Deliveries of shopping and medical prescriptions have become a vital service in communities across the southwest over the past few months, particularly for the more vulnerable people in our neighbourhoods. Yvonne Taylor has been in poor physical and emotional health for a while. She says the help she's had from the City Community Trust, a charity affiliated to Exeter City Football Club, really has been a lifeline for her.
The pandemic has changed our thinking and what's really important. And what's really important is looking out for one another. And these guys just do it brilliantly. I'm proud of them and I'm so grateful to them because I have food to eat and I have my medication that I need, and it's all down to them.
The City Community Trust normally focuses on mass participation sporting events to promote physical health, but understandably those have had to stop. The switch to this kind of community work is more of a benefit to mental health for the volunteers as well as the people they're helping.
Oh, it's massive for some people, especially the people that are shielded that can't leave the house for 12 weeks. Just by taking some essential food items that can get them through the week is hugely important to them, and we've really seen those benefits. But it's then having the conversations on the doorsteps and being able to interact with people really does brighten up some people's days and weeks.
Sticking with the community theme then, the EFL Trust Extra Time Hubs are run at 11 EFL clubs across the country and are funded by the National Lottery and Sport England. The hubs are designed to bring retired and semi-retired people together by harnessing the power of their local football clubs and ultimately aimed at combating loneliness and increasing activity.
My favourite part of it is meeting people. You know, it's just lovely.
My name is Russell Lewis. I'm in charge of the Extra Time at Northampton Town Football Club.
This is an activity designed to support people to improve their physical activity and increase their social connections.
My mum was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2016, so we're 3 years into Alzheimer's now. At that point she had to retire from work in a care home.
I've been coming for about 1.5 years now. I live by myself and it's a chance to just meet lots of people.
Before she came here she didn't have any clubs. She's got a very small friendship group as well. A lot of them have moved away now, so this has kind of just given her a bit of a lifeline. She knows on a Monday that she's coming to club. It's a scary thing for a prospect, especially someone like my mum. You know, she's really quiet, would more than happily just stay at home all day. But yeah, I introduced her and I came down for a few sessions, and now she comes down, I don't even see her sometimes. She's like, off she goes on her own now, so she doesn't need my helping hand anymore.
You can have a really nice conversation with Alison now, she's not so shy.
It's brought me out of myself.
Well, no doubt her confidence has gone really, really high. So it's not the shy person who we first came to the Exeter Time Hubs. He gets about, goes to all our activities, and she's really, you know, a good member of this Exeter Time group.
We'll go out walking, we do exercises and different movements. We've done self-defence as well.
She obviously made a lot of friends here. They go out for lunches, and obviously Colin's introduced her to singing. So yeah, it's just taken her away from the isolation at home on her own.
We met Alison in the Monday Club, and we talked her into coming to the choir.
Somebody's got me to go singing at Morton, which I really enjoy that.
You do these different clubs to keep active, but you meet people and you can tell them what you do in other places, and it just escalates.
We sing a lot, we do exercises, we do art, flower arrangements, all sorts of things.
When you retire, if you didn't have things like this to come to, what would you be doing? Sitting in a chair waiting for old Father Time, I think. You know, you've got to keep active. I'm a great believer, keep the brain active and try to keep moving.
At my age, when you're single, you know, you've lost your partners and this, that and the other, it just gets you out of the house, and you know, it's just something lovely to look forward to.
I'd recommend the Exeter Time Hub just to create friendship, stop that loneliness, because you can feel very isolated at that age.
You make friends. You know, it gives you a purpose in life.
So yeah, we're kind of 3 years in, and we've not really seen much difference, to be honest with you, but I think it's the activities that she does and keeping her busy has helped her loads.
We like to think we put on some good activities where they go away with a smile and a bounce in their step.
I love it here.
So back to the football then, and now let's hear from the man who stole the headlines in Northampton's emphatic victory over Cheltenham Town in the semi-final second leg. Northampton, of course, were into the game at the Johnny Rock Stadium, needing to overturn a 2-0 deficit to reach today's final. And they did just that, winning the game 3-0. 20-year-old striker Callum Morton, currently on loan from West Bromwich Albion, was at the heart of the action, getting on the score sheet twice, as well as picking up the Man of the Match trophy.
We went there with a plan, and you know, it looked impossible from the outside, being 2-0 down to the team with the best defensive record in the league, in all the leagues, and then managing to win 3-0. I think we were just relentless from the first whistle and scoring them goals. You know, I think, to be fair, even without the fans there, I think you just block everything out anyway. So I think scoring the goals just feels just as important. Like, obviously with 2,000 Northampton fans there, it would have been even better, but you know, I think the goals were still as important as they would be in any other scenario. So yeah, it was unbelievable feeling.
When you look at the season that you've had with Northampton so far, you've scored 7 goals in just 11 appearances, I think it is. You've won a Player of the Month award. You're now in the playoff final. It couldn't really have gone any better for you this year, could it?
No, I think it is. Again, it's a bit surreal. I didn't expect myself to do this well, and like winning the Player of the Month award, I think I was just taken back a bit from that, because like to be named the best player in the league for the whole month, especially in literally my first month of league football, professional football, and then to go on to scoring 2 in the playoff semi-final, and then hopefully next week we'll win in the final. I think that would just be some start first year in football. That would be unbelievable.
Now, Keith Curle is a man who has made over 700 appearances as a player. He now has more than 500 managerial appearances to his name as well, and certainly has experience on his side. He revealed after the semi-finals how prior to the game against Cheltenham Town, he showed his players clips of Arsenal's 1989 win at Liverpool, a game in which they needed to win by 2 clear goals to clinch the title. Here he is, previewing tonight's final.
I think it's a great opportunity for us again to showcase what we're trying to build at the football club. I think I think everybody that witnessed the game on Monday night would have saw how far we've come as a team and what we need to do now. We need to replicate that level of performance individually and collectively. The mindset has got to be exactly the same. It's an opportunity to go out, represent the football club, and put in a performance that individually and collectively we can make a lot of people proud. We're very respectful in our attention to detail regarding the opposition, and we have been, not only this season, but we have been, myself and the coaching staff, we've got a way of preparing whereby we show a lot of respect to the opposition. We try and unturn as many stones as we can to find out what makes them tick, their style of play, what they're successful at, what gets them success, and we do spend an amount of time on that. But then also within that, we don't alienate our fundamentals of how we can cause them problems. So, and again, it's about getting that balance right. Yeah, we pay them respect and we pay them attention, but we also focus on ourselves.
So now let's hear from someone who brings both experience and creativity to Exeter City. Nikki Law has made 38 appearances for the Grecians this season. With the ability to both score and create, he could be crucial to Matt Taylor's plans this evening.
I think we felt reasonably hard done by in the first leg. I don't think we deserve to lose. I don't think we deserve to win the game either, but I think the draw, obviously, on reflection, seemed like a fair result. But I think when you're going away in the first leg, you obviously, if you do lose, you don't want to lose by more than one goal. And obviously we came away with the 1-0 defeat, but there was no doom and gloom afterwards. We always felt that going into the home leg, obviously at St James's Park, where we've been so strong, particularly this season, but over my 2 years since I've been here anyway, we've always performed well at home, and the results have kind of backed that up. So there was a confidence still there. Nice, obviously, to score early on. That kind of settles a few nerves, if you like, and I think once we go 2-0 up, we felt that maybe with the chances created and things like that, we could have maybe made it a little bit easier for ourselves. But it seems to be obviously what we do, really kind of do things the difficult way. But now, as you say, then to go into extra time, and the lads, obviously I came off, but the lads out there that were doing 120 minutes in the heat that day, it was an unbelievable effort from the whole squad, really. So no, we were delighted, and as I say, I think we were always quietly confident that we could get through the two legs and obviously have a crack at the final.
Yeah, you mentioned that in terms of for the club. Obviously, members of this team have experienced that heartache from a few years ago. Can you see the hunger in the players that are still there as well as yourself, who've been through that to do one better this time?
Yeah, definitely. It spurs you on. Of course, you remember the feeling of losing at Wembley, which is the worst feeling, I think, in football. Obviously, you fight all season long to get the chance to kind of go up. They say the playoffs, if you can come out on top of the four sides, it's the best way to go up. But I think also, on the other hand, if you lose, it's definitely the worst way. Even, as you say, the semi-finals is tough to take, but I think the one at Wembley is even tougher to take, losing there on such a big stage and things like that. So, yeah, there's definitely a confidence, a determination in the camp, if you like, to hopefully not have that feeling again. I think that will definitely help us and hopefully spur us on. But of course, there's two good sides there, and neither of us want to lose. So you just never know. And obviously, the playoffs, anything can happen, and I'm sure it will. There'll be plenty of ups and downs on the day. But yeah, as you say, hopefully maybe the past experiences of myself and the boys that have been there as well and lost two finals of late, hopefully that determination will just get us over the line this time.
Finally, we hear from Northampton Town's top scorer this season, Sam Hoskins. Into his 5th season with Northampton now, Hoskins of course achieved promotion with the Cobblers in his first season at the club and was part of the League 2 title-winning side back in 2016. He's now made almost 200 appearances for the club, but tonight will be his first ever appearance at Wembley Stadium.
We've got to go into the game confident, but like I said, not sort of relax on what we need to do. They've proved that they're a good team. They've obviously got some good players. They've got a good setup there. So they're not in this position by luck. But like I said, we'll prepare like we do for every game, and just focus on us, sort of take into account the way they play, but ultimately we've got to focus on our own game and be confident in that. But touch on it again, we've shown that we can beat them. We know we can beat them, and I think they'll obviously be wary of us, the confidence we'll have going into it after the way we did come back. I know they came back as well from behind, but they obviously went to extra time, so maybe whether they're a bit more drained than us or not, we'll have to wait and see. But it's like you say, it's a one-off game. We'll have to see how it pans out, but ultimately we're confident we can get the job done.
For more exclusive build-up to tonight's final then, please do have a listen to a League 2 special episode of the official EFL podcast, as Joby McAnuff joins host Ben Turner to look ahead to the final, as well as discussing which team he thinks will be playing their football in League 1 next season. You can access the podcast via Spotify or Apple Podcasts, as well as visiting EFL.com. So that's it from us. For more ahead of tonight's League 2 playoff final, please visit our website on EFL.com or go to the EFL's official YouTube channel. You can follow all of tonight's action from the safety of your own home live on Sky Sports, or if you don't have Sky, simply follow on Twitter @SkyBetLeague2.